Hi floss tubers! It's me again with a little bit of update. I have a finish that I would like to show everybody. The wolf got back from the framers. Yay! So I'd like to share that with you guys. I also have a whip, the gift from my friend. I also have received a Millennium frame, as well as the frame from Estonia. I can't pronounce the name of it, so I was going to compare them one next to the other. I also have a new purchase, and I wanted to show you guys something that I got that is a tapestry, but it actually was done in needlepoint. It's quite large, so I'm going to have to insert a picture towards the end of the video showing you what the tapestry looks like. So let's start with the unveiling. I'm going to have to move this back just a tad. And I want to apologize for my appearance. I just got off work. But this is the wolf. And we had it framed. As I mentioned, I have 3 dogs that think pillows are made for them to sleep on. And I didn't want them sleeping on this. So here's what the wolf looks like totally framed. Ta-da! I think it came out so cool. And this way. So there he is. That's a full picture there. I opted out for the dual matting and kind of an antique frame. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me see if I can pull it up a little bit. There's the frame. And I have 2 styles of matting. One looks almost like a velvet. The other one has a different texture. And I thought that with the wolf, that would it would add a little bit of dimension to it. So there was that. Let me see. So that one's good. Husband has not seen it yet. He doesn't look at my blogs or anything else like that. So it'll be a nice surprise when he gets it. And actually, I'll be giving it to him on, I believe, Saturday. That's his birthday. Okay, so next. That was the finish. The work in progress is I've done a little bit more with the little puppy dog here. I mean, you can see the string sticking out using this slate frame, which I'm very, very pleased with it. We've got some of this green area here going on, some of the beige. I'm thinking about doing some, I don't know, maybe a little bit of decorative stitches right here to give it more of a dimension. So it kind of looks like a pillow. Hopefully, I am hoping to have that one done by the end of the month. Maybe middle of August, but hopefully get that one done. New purchase. Okay, now this one's a little bit big. I don't know why, but I like the big projects. This is one from a peacock. Ta-da! And this was a gift from a friend of mine in China. That's where it comes from. See how it's kind of long? I've never purchased anything from China, and this is what she sent me. So it looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks hand painted, not so much machine. A lot of times, if it's a machine, in the back of the canvas, you don't see any color. It doesn't bleed through. Normally, when they hand paint it, you'll see a little bit of color bleeds through it, for the most part. So there was that. Now, I have, this is a Millennium frame. It's a small piece. I know a lot of you have these, and I did notice that this piece of the rod is flat, where the other one is pointed, and it also shows the opening. Now, this opening is quite smaller than the other frame. The other difference is the sidebar for the Millennium is made out of wood completely. The sidebar for the one coming from Estonia is not. And actually, I requested to have this side piece. I believe they said that as of May, they're not doing this anymore unless you request it. This is made out of plastic, okay? And it does come out. Not that that's a problem, because it really isn't. But it is a little bit different. It's not rounded as the Millennium frame. This is square. And actually, this fits a little bit better with the stand that I have. The case system stand that I have, because it grabs very well on a square piece, where the Millennium is rounded and it fits better on that Millennium stand, which I don't have. However, I did find a way around working with that particular frame. So what happens is once you mount it completely, the clamps at the bottom. It clamps in here. I don't want to clamp it on the sidebar because it might damage it since it's made out of metal. The clamp is made out of metal. I'd rather do it in this area here. So that's thing one. This opening does fit better to fabric that is your Idas and your linens. Needle point is a little bit thicker, so it does go in. It's a little bit tight. The frames from Estonia, as you can see, is quite larger. It doesn't have, the bar does not have a flat end. Both sides are pointed, and it seems to me that it allows to be used dual way rather than having one flat and one straight, so I can use it either way. It fits very smoothly into the opening. The opening is fairly large. I actually was able to put a canvas in here that's an 18 count, not 18, 14 count, which is a little bit thicker, kind of like what the Wolf was, and it worked just fine. It also accommodates the smaller fabrics, like a Penelope canvas, which is, let me pull this guy over here. See this guy, this is a Penelope, let me try if I can show you. This is a Penelope canvas, okay, so if you can see right here, it's very thin. Now, this guy, it's kind of hard to show. Maybe I can show it with a new purchase. These guys are a little bit thicker. If you look at the edge right there, they're a little bit thicker. They're also a little stiffer at first. They do become a little more pliable as you work on the fabric, on the canvas. It kind of gets a little softer. But the Millennium likes these guys. It likes the Penelope, the thinner kind of thread. It doesn't so much like the thicker kind of canvas, where the one from Estonia does. It takes both fabrics just fine. It works the same way as the Millennium frame. Like I told you guys before, I ordered it on a Monday, communicated on a Tuesday, and it got here at least, I think it was like 13 days later. It would have been shorter, but it was around the 4th of July weekend. So that worked out pretty well. The wood is very good quality. There's no, it's very, very smooth. I know that some people who purchased this before, they had to kind of sand it down so much. I think that they've improved their process because all of this is very, very smooth. The wood is nice and sturdy, like the Millennium frame. I mean, I don't have any issue with the product whatsoever. And I did, actually, I just put an order for the other two. Granted, I do need a frame that's a bit bigger because a lot of the canvases that I work on are quite large. I mean, I can use this one right here as an example, the one with the peacock, and if you can see, I mean, this guy is just about, I mean, it goes out into the side. I'd rather have it here in the middle, so I'm going to need to buy a longer frame to fit canvases that are like this. I believe they do have a larger size. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look. Otherwise, I can order it from Millennium Frames. It just takes 6 months. Not that I'm going to start this product right away, because I'm not. So that would be all right. However, my choice, if I could get different sizes the way that I want them, I would actually go with the Estonia ones. I would go with the ones that are coming out of, what is it? The Baltic states. Mainly because it's a better return as far as communication. Product is just as good, and I think comparing prices, it was actually a lot cheaper. The pieces that I ordered cost about 15-16% less than the Millennium. Again, Millennium is a great product, excellent finish. I mean, they're handmade. It's English wood, I believe, birch wood. You know, if you're trying to get something just before you start a project, you know, something that you may not have the right size frame for, yeah, you'll be waiting 6 to 7 months. Anyway, those are the new purchases that I got. As far as those guys are concerned. And I would like to do a tag. And hold on a second. I want to find it here. I'm actually reading from my computer as I'm doing this, so I hope you will bear with me a bit because I'm trying to go over some of the questions that Teresa's tag. I just saw that today, and I wanted to do Teresa's tag. Okay, so do seasons affect your stitching pattern? Do you stitch less in the summer? I don't have a preference for season. I basically stitch all year. The only time that I may slow down or don't stitch at all is during, you know, like a family holiday. I'm invaded. Basically, everybody comes to my house. Or there's some kind of, you know, emergency. But for the most part, I stitch about every day. I stitch about every day. 1 to 2 hours on the weekends. I do about 4 to 5. Do you prefer stitching with a lap stand or a floor stand or in hand? I've never used a lap stand. I prefer to use a floor stand, or I will actually hold the frame freehand. If I'm sometimes if I'm traveling in the car, I have a larger frame and I will lean it on the dashboard, kind of push my seat up because I'm kind of short, so it doesn't really bother me too much. I'll push it up to the dashboard and I will do 2 hand stitches that way. But for the most part, I don't use lap stands. Okay, do you prefer stitching with a hoop, Q-snap, frame, or in hand? Okay, I don't use hoops. I have used Q-snaps, and I have used frames, and I have done freehand. In hand is a little hard because the needle point, that the canvas bends too much, so I don't really like doing it that way. I do prefer to use a frame. Okay, these are 4. Do you use a stitching light or no additional lighting? If yes, do you use a floor light or clip-on light? I do use a light. I actually have I do have a floor light, but I have a clip-on as well. Kind of a clip-on. I have my case stand, and I will try to turn around and kind of give you a shot. It is a light. Let's see if I can do it right now. It kind of goes in a little groove. It just kind of clamps on an additional piece that I have. Let me see if I can. Guys, bear with me here. I totally apologize. So let me see here if you can see it. So right here, this is the light, okay? And it sits, I can actually turn this around a little bit. It sits right here. It kind of clamps on. And this is what I use when I stitch. It's a very light, soft glow that comes from it. And it's really, really, it helps me a lot. It has relieved a lot of the, I'm going to turn you back around over here. It relieves a lot of the stress of my eyes trying to stitch at night. So yes, I do use a light. Okay, do you use a magnifier? If yes, do you use the one with an arm that clips or on glasses? Well, because of the way my eyes are going, I do wear glasses. I do have a magnifier. I don't think I have one around here. I do have a magnifier, and it has a light around the outer part of the magnifier. The only time I use that is if I'm working on a very small canvas, like a 13 count. It's pretty small. So that will be attached, as you saw with the light, it will attach the same way to the stand. And instead of using that light by itself, I'll remove the light and I'll put the magnifier with the light on it, and I'll use that in addition to my glasses. So getting older, your eyes get tired. So yes, I do use a magnifier. Okay, 6. Do you stitch one-handed, two-handed, or both? For the most part, I'm a two-handed stitcher. Very, very rarely do I do one hand, unless I have to do some kind of a laying. If I have to use a laying tool, then it's one-handed. One hand uses the laying tool, the other hand does stitching, but for the most part, two-handed. 7. Do you prefer to stitch alone in a quiet place or around the family and in the living area? Both. I actually do like to hide in my needlepoint room, but I do like to I have an additional stand that I take downstairs. I actually leave it down in the living room, and I stitch with everybody else while they're watching TV. I kind of listen. I don't really watch. I just stitch. But I do like to stitch with the family around. Kind of family time. Okay, number 8. What is your preferred fabric and preferred count of that fabric? I like mono canvas, and I will just tell you what it is. This is a mono canvas, okay? You see how it goes, it weaves in and out. This is a Penelope canvas. Now you'll see the difference as to how all of these little blocks that it has. It's actually, you can do, oh God, what's the term of that thing? I can't remember. There's a particular stitch that you could do with a Penelope that you can't do with a mono canvas. For the most part, I don't, a petite point. That's it, petite point. You can't really do that with a mono canvas. I don't like petite point, so I don't really use it. But my preferred is a mono canvas. It is white, and I do like 18 count, which is what I just showed you. You can get a lot more detail with an 18 count mono canvas. Okay, number 9. In your time stitching, have you ever lost your stitchy bug? If so, how many times have you lost it, and how did you get it back? Okay, in all the years that I've been doing either cross-stitching or needlepoint, I only lost my bug when I had to go back to school. Because basically, you can't stitch when you're going back to school. You have, it's work, home, school. Not much time for relaxation. That is the only time period that I have pretty much lost my stitchy bug. For the most part, I think it's internal. I just keep, picking it up. I look at different projects and, canvases that I like, and I just get all excited about getting them finished. What I may do is get kind of bored, same color or something like that. It just gets kind of bored, and at that point, I just rotate to another canvas that I haven't done, and it's like, ooh, cool, and I'll start doing that. But for the most part, yeah, I stitch all the time. Okay, number 10 and last. It says, do you travel and stitch? Yes. Would you do your stitch on public transport, or is it a home hobby only? I'll stitch anywhere, literally. I have been known to sit down and stitch at the doctor's office. If I'm like in the car, I'll put my little canvas thingy right there on the dashboard and I'll stitch while we're driving. In an airplane, I do the same thing. I will take a smaller piece with a Q-snap and I will stitch on a plane. I've been known to go on out on hikes and stuff like that, and I'll just, park myself and beautiful view, nice trees, and stitch. So yeah, I stitch pretty much anywhere. And if I had to stitch in public transport, I would. I definitely would. I don't think it's a big deal. It's, something that I do because I enjoy it, and I'll do it anywhere. So there you go, Teresa. I have done your tag. I hope that answers a lot of your questions and gives you a little bit of insight on me and my stitching style. Now, the piece that I wanted to show you guys is right behind me. This came from Italy, and I'm really, really pleased with it. I didn't stitch it. Just note that I didn't do this. I'm going to try and show it to you. This is what is considered a tapestry. And it was stitched by someone else, which I think they're magnificent stitchers, really awesome stitchers. It is a Damascus style. Let me push my computer out a little bit. Hopefully you will see all of it. It is quite large, so I'm going to try, and it's already been finished and ready for hanging. This is going to be a centerpiece for my living room. Now, let me see. I'm going to try and show as much as I can. Okay, so it does have the finishing part, right? So this is where the bar goes. So hopefully, again, I'm going to push this back some more so that you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to have to stand up. Okay, so I apologize, but this is what the tapestry looks like. And I'm going to completely get lost. So there we go. Okay, there's that piece. I'm sorry. It goes like that, like that, like that. Oop. And it goes like that, like that, like that. Oop. And it goes like that. So she is quite large. She is quite beautiful. I think this just is amazing. An amazing piece. A lot of this piece is made out of acrylic threads that are shiny. I don't think you can see, maybe just a little bit right there. You can see there is some that actually does shine. I will still insert a photo of that tapestry so you guys can see it a little bit better, because I think when I took a picture it was a little bit better. And I do apologize, you know, moving my shirt around and everything. So yes, that is a tapestry that is done almost like a needlepoint, but it's woven. Whoever did this is a true artist. I've never seen a tapestry as beautiful as that one. It's not machine made, and you can tell when it was before the backing was done. It's just gorgeous. So I wanted to share that with everybody. A little piece that I got. So other than that, I'm pretty much good to go. I will be, like I said, I will be working on my friend's gift, which is the one with the little dog. I'm going to be rotating to my son's Zodiac, which I did stitch a little bit on it, but it's really not that much. You're not going to see much of a difference. The eagle that I'm stitching, I have to get over my emotional thing, because every time I try to stitch it, I start crying. But if I keep doing that, I'll never finish it. So I really do need to get on with the program. But hopefully here I'll be able to start rotating that one with the puppy dog and get it finished. So now I do have the giveaway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the names of everybody that has subscribed. Thank you, by the way, everybody subscribed. And I'm going to use your little ID thing. I'm going to put it on a piece of paper, and I'll pick whoever I want it. Or if there are some of you who are not interested in it, please just let me know. Don't use my name or something like that, because I do have an added bonus that will go with the gift, but I can't tell you what it is because it's supposed to be a surprise. But I will do that giveaway here next week. I know I said I would do it this week, but I have been invaded by my family. My anniversary is this Friday, and my husband's birthday is on Saturday, so yeah, not much time for stitching, let alone getting all this stuff done for a giveaway. But I do have it, and I will be giving it away to a lucky winner from the subscribers. Other than that, that's about it. I do thank everybody for watching. I appreciate your subscriptions. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys have some happy stitching. Bye.